Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back. You can hear me now. That's going to be edited out of the YouTube video. That didn't happen. Only you get to see it if you were here live. No, my mic was on the wrong setting because NVIDIA Broadcast isn't working with me today. But you know, that's the love of Pedcast. There's always a mistake each week that I try and fix. But yeah, I still haven't managed to yet to this day. But today, no, I know there's been a bit confused about today's episode. It was meant to start an hour and 15 minutes ago with Golden Wing Esports, but basically they disbanded about 2 hours before coming on my podcast and told me 20 minutes before. So yeah, unlucky for some, but luckily Stat was there to jump in and save the day last minute there, and we've just been sat in the call for the past hour whilst I've been panicking, getting everything sorted out. So we've managed to put some questions together. We've managed to put the show the way the show is going to go together. But no, thank you very much for joining me, Stat, and thank you very much for jumping in and saving the day.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It will be interesting. Never done one of these before, so hopefully everybody can bear with me.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things, you don't really get these opportunities anyway, because Ped's so great, he gives them to people, and blesses their hearts with a lovely podcast. And, it gives you more experience in the field, and it gives other people who are players, maybe if they want to come on in the future, might give them the confidence to speak up and go, you know what, I want to do that. Based off what you do today and based off your answers, it's a learning curve for everyone, really. So let's just get the day plan going then. So we're going to be going through 4 topics tonight. It's going to be slightly different, but the same sort of idea as the organisation's ones we've done. At the beginning, we'll be doing player background and information. Topic 2 will be teams and teammates, / coaches, managers, any staff members that are around as well, and organisations he's been a part of. Topic 3, achievements and ambitions. Obviously, we have that in the normal one anyway. And then topic 4, the most loved one of the day, which I will be taking questions through about the halfway line today. One of the other questions, so, it's just your, do you like rain or do you like snow sort of question. So anyone who has any questions like that, do send them in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, I'll put the link in there now. Send them in the general chat in the Discord. Because what happens in the Twitch chat is it gets completely flooded and I will miss some. Now, I know I'm over-anticipating the amount of people going to be watching this stream, and I do hope that we get to the point where people are completely flooding the chat. But either way, the link is in the chat. Join up if you're not there already. If you are there already, when you have the question that you see Stat speak today, and you're like, okay, I want to ask him this, pop it in general. Please be mature with the questions. A bit of silliness is allowed. Don't be doing anything too drastic, or they won't be asked. But no, I guess we can just sort of jump right into the first topic then, which is obviously player background information. So this is an interesting one for you, Stat, because we get to know everything about you and your life. So it's brilliant for everyone watching. Probably not brilliant if you've got any stalkers. But we'll try and keep some of the information private. But no, so to begin with, how old are you, Stat?
I'm 21 years of age, so yeah, bit of an old one.
Yeah, one of the boomers of the scene.
A little bit.
There's older than you though, so you're okay. You've got Squishy and also who else? Garrett G. You've got a couple of players who are older than you. Justin, isn't he? Justin 21, 22. He's getting on now as well.
Yeah, he's getting close. I think he's 20 on. Though still. He's like a little bit younger than me.
He's still a little baby.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So when did you start playing? How old were you when you started playing Rocket League?
Oh, so it would have been around about like 2016, I believe. I got it on Xbox. I remember it very, very well. I think one of my friends introduced me to the game at the point. Yeah. So in 2016, that would have been, what's that now? 6 years ago, is this?
7 years?
7? Yeah, so that's like, you can do
14?
the math, but I was 14, yeah. So that's actually quite old. That's what some people are nowadays being pro, so that's kind of...
Zen.
It's a bit of one of the... Yeah, it's a bit mental. But
yeah. Well, you've played the game for a long time, so no wonder you've got to where you are today. So, what was your journey on consoles with Rocket League then?
So, I think I was on console until 2017. Actually, I know I was, because I can check through the banners on the game. But yeah, I was on console till I was 2017. And then I decided, I should probably move over to PC, because I wanted to play games like CSGO as well, and games like that. And then I went and main CSGO for 2 years, which is probably one of my biggest regrets in this game, to be honest, not grinding Rocket League for the 2 years, because that's where my hours went down. But yeah, and then I came back to the game in 2019, I guess, and I've just sort of been grinding ever since then, and that's where most of my improvements have come along. So yeah, on PC.
Yeah, on PC. So no, you changed over quite early, to be fair. So that's before free to play and all that jazz happened. So you have changed. I think I only went back to Rocket League in 2020 after playing it in 2016 December on my PS4 when I used to smash controllers up over FIFA and have arguments with my mates over who should have been in goal and stuff like that on Rocket League. those were the days with all the rising stars. Right? So what rank were you back in the day? All the way back at the start.
Okay, so I think on console before I switched, I was literally like plat. I remember it. I have this really really bad montage that me and my friends made, like when I first moved to PC. So it's kind of a funny one.
Yeah.
It is awful, but and then from there plats, and then I started grinding kind of like say grinding. I was playing here and there up until I think GC when the first time I got it. It would have been in 2019.
Yeah.
I don't know what season that would have been. Season 13, I think, like of the old season, not the current ones. That would have been when I first got GC, and then once I got that, I decided, maybe I should start grinding Rocket League because I preferred it to CS, and
yeah. Did you jump from
which makes more sense.
a 60 hertz to a 144 hertz then when you went to PC?
Not until no. So I was on. I think I played on a TV when I was on console, like a real big like Sony TV. I remember it like a massive TV, yeah. And then I came to PC and it was just a 60 hertz one up until fairly recent. I think in 2021 I would have got my first 144 hertz monitor, and then only recently, like in the past 4 months, I'd say, I've just gone to 240 now.
Is it a big change from 144 to 240? Because I know I switched from 60 to 144, and obviously the difference is like noticeable. It's unplayable to play 60 now. So there's a difference again, that massive jump.
Yeah, it's massive. I mean, yeah. So I remember like just at the Insomnia LAN the other week, so I tried out on their PCs, which is 144, and for me, like it felt one of the worst things. Maybe it was placebo of another setup. I don't know, but I'd say 240 is definitely a massive jump you should make. I know players like Gomp went from 60 hertz to 240 like instantly, and then all of a sudden like get pro within like 3 months. So I'd say it's definitely a helpful improvement to make.
Yeah, it just seems like a change. Obviously, numbers go up, but not a lot of people recognize it. But it's a very, you notice it straight away. Like even though you can't necessarily see it, you notice it easily.
Yeah, it's just smoother. It just feels like smoother.
Yeah,
if that makes
weird.
sense.
It's bizarre. I mean, it was like when I used to have the placebo effect with steering sensitivity on the keyboard and mouse when it doesn't exist on keyboard and mouse. So I was just pissing about with the sensitivity all the time for it not to change anything. So I'm just there thinking, I'm faster today. No, I've just changed the setting and my mental's switched. But no, fair play. No, I mean, I know obviously I didn't make that jump for a long time because I ended up punching my way through my MSI curved 144 hertz monitor.
Oh, curved.
Last year, I punched it and it broke. So I've got a new. I've not broke one since.
That's good. Yeah, I've never broken one. I must admit, I've broken controllers. But...
Like on FIFA, mate, when I was younger, controllers were flying around the room. Like there's literally like dots around my room where I've had to fill it in because I've like fucking smacked it with a controller when I was about 10 on Fortnite or something. Like or FIFA. FIFA was the worst for it. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people, especially if you're from England, where you're just tossing like controllers at the wall.
Mum gets annoyed at you because holes in wall from that.
Yeah. It's not one of those like it's not even one of those like thin walls where you can just punch through. It's a fucking brick wall, so like the brick, the cement's just falling out of it. You're thinking, shit, I'm gonna break the house here. The wall's gonna collapse. I'm gonna be the reason for it. I mean, it's Victorian house, been here for 150 years, and my controller's gonna be the death of it.
Hang up a picture over it, sort of thing.
Yeah, poster up, paint it, paint over the cracks. Yeah, it's a piece of art. Nah, I've done that once before. Actually, at a friend's house, I've pinged a bauble thinking it was a dog toy, and it's put a hole in his wall. At a party, I was a few drinks down, but yeah, I've pinged this bauble at the wall, and it was like a multicolored bauble. So he's just got a multicolored hole in his wall.
Yeah,
and it was quite hard explaining to him that I thought it was a dog toy. Yeah, basically. Yeah, vandalism at its finest. I am Scouse, so
up the Scousers.
So, how did you come up with the name Stat then?
So back on Xbox days, back in the Call of Duty days with your friends, where you come home and it was like from school, and you create your own like clan basically, because you'd see the face, see the optic, and I remember the clan was called Static, and then you put like your name at the end of it. So I had my little name and everything, and then once I transferred to PC, I just sort of took the front of it because I thought, I quite like that. And then as I was on the sort of come up, if you will, on Rocket League, I saw like there was like 10 statics I'd run into in a day sort of thing. So I just thought I'd shorten it. I thought it'd be easier to say. So if I just shortened it to Stat. So that's kind of how I created the name. It's not really that interesting, but it's got the bit of the COD background that I know a
Yeah.
lot of people do have themselves. So
I mean, I'd have just thought you just shortened down statistic. To be honest, I mean, that's
no,
what.
yeah,
Yeah, statistic.
I think static would have been
it's a
the
good
shorter
thing for a
version of
caster, isn't
statistics
it?
themselves. Like,
It's like that's a stat. Yeah,
yeah, that's what a lot of people say.
roll. Yeah. Well, no, I mean,
A lot of puns with it.
yeah, it's simple, it's compound, it's easy to remember. Everything you need in the name if you want to go pro, I guess. It's as long as you can have that name lingering around in the air like a bad smell, people always know about it. It's all that matters. So, how did you get into Comp Rocket League then? What brought you to the next step in Rocket League?
Honestly, IEL.
IEL,
It's
yeah.
a bit of a I don't necessarily hate to say it, but yeah, I was kind of just looking to improve. I was looking for a team and stuff, and just looking to play the game. And then I saw like IEL, introduced to me through a friend at the time, and I wanted to play it kind of with my friends. So um, I went and did IEL. So it would have been IEL in 6 months. I don't know exactly which order it was in.
How long
I'm
ago
pretty
was
sure.
IEL?
Oh, it would have been ages ago. I think I was challenged at the time, so I would have been 1600. So season 14, I want to say, kind of one of the beginning ones. I think maybe the third,
Couple of
fourth
years now, yeah.
season of IL. Like yeah, ages.
Couple of years ago,
Like
yeah.
yeah, proper while ago. And I don't actually remember what that team was. I don't remember much of it. I just remember getting into it. I also remember Six Mans was the main one because I joined the IEL and that's when I started looking for a team. And then through that, people are, oh, have you tried Six Mans? And I was like, what is Six Mans? And
Yeah.
this is back when, remember, Six Mans was popping, like not like it is now. It's not dead. It was popping out of its mind. So you'd literally get a queue every 2 seconds, even if it was rank C. So that kind of got me into it. And then I found a couple teammates through that, through ranked as well. Back when you could actually, add people and they wouldn't ego you.
Yeah.
So you'd be able to run some ranked with some people you don't even know and hard com while you're in ranked. Not like nowadays where you don't hard com. So it's, just through people really, just through asking.
No,
And then they started saying, let's run some tournaments. And I was like, yeah, I'll do some tournaments.
yeah.
Don't even know how to com, just
I mean, that's how it usually goes. I mean, I think obviously IEL is one of them. I got in it through IGL, Indie Gaming League, and obviously it was it was a shit league. Let's not lie, it wasn't the greatest, but it was where everybody started. It sort of brought you to that next level, but it wasn't very competitive because you'd be playing against a tier 4 team with a tier 7 player. Thinking, what the fuck am I playing against the gold for? Winning 9-0 every week, and then somehow still losing playoffs. So yeah, no, it was definitely an introduction. IEL is obviously still going now. ERS. Have you ever touched on ERS
now,
since, or have you sort of left out on that now?
Do you know what? Yeah, I actually do. I play ERS currently with the Snake and Semtex. I left it for like I had one of the final IAL seasons with Marmone and Ruben, I believe. Hopefully Ruben. I'm sorry. Hopefully I've got his name correct. Back on Doorflux when it was a sort of thing. And then yeah, so I left it. That was for the last season I did, and then the Snake. I sort of was speaking to the Snake the other day, and they was like, "Oh, I think we can get you on a team with me." And the Snake's one of my, I'd say we're good friends in the scene. So I just sort of thought, yeah, I'd run it. Good lad. So
Yeah.
just a bit of fun this time rather than sort of try hard in. But it's a bit weird being one of the like I guess quote unquote like better ones, in the league because I'm used to just being one of the sort of up and comers doing it for the experience. But now I'm giving, I guess, other people the experience, which I think is kind of a cool thing about it.
Well, I guess that's what you want when you're at the top, and I mean, I guess it's something that also reinforces your position as well. It tells you where you've got to, because ERS is one of those graft leagues where you've got to graft to get yourself up the ranks, and you've got to improve. And, it does improve lower players and get you to that big spot, but obviously then it's on to the next challenge. I know there's a couple of players lingering about, like Pluto in the master tier, who are also, they're looking to make the next jump and get further on. There's players like that all around, really, and I think it's good to see. I mean, obviously now with Rocket League being as big as it is in the UNNA, it's always going to be the question of how many players can make it, you know what I mean? It's like an academy football sense where only the top 1% are going to make it, so you're all fighting against each other in that sense, and, it's good to, rather than shutting everybody out, helping each other out, and, lending a hand rather than pushing someone down the ladder, sort of thing, because it'll always come back to benefit you in some way, or whether you go pro or not. But no, it's good. It's good to see you playing ERS still. Are you enjoying it? Then you're having a good time.
Yeah, it's good fun. It's a bit interesting because obviously then you have the current trials I'm doing now and the current teams I've been in, and then you've got to account for other people missing the ball and sort of stuff like that. It's quite funny to play. So
Yeah.
but I think it's just a good laugh. Like everybody's so like nice in the league usually, and it's quite easy to organize. So like for anybody who actually wants to run it, who is up and coming and playing it, it's just really good fun.
Yeah.
Is what I'd say. Like because usually you'd have like obviously the tryout aspect of just trying my hardest and rank, trying my hardest and that, and you do try in ERS, but it's quite a like lift off from pressure, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'd also say it's a much more. It's a way to get into much more structured play.
Yeah.
And run that sort of scrim timetable and league timetable. And there's also a hell of a lot of people within the RSC, ERS community who are going to be able to help you get to the next level, which I've noticed myself. With even Archeon, he's gone and seen so many players who've gone through the channels of RSC, ERS who've now made it into the pro team. I mean, you've got Alanus obviously going and winning the Women's Commonwealth Games for England. Gom going to Guild, we were speaking about him earlier before, how he's just gone all the way from RSC 6-mans as an SSL back in the day, being ego in prospects who are the bottom rank when he's in elite or whatever the top rank was at that point, to now playing in Guild underneath the spotlight. And I think it's cool that you can actually have that, and you can bring Gom from A to B, and you can see the pathway that he's taken. So it definitely is one of them, and as you mentioned, 6-mans as well is one of the biggest ones to sort of show your talent and improve and get picked up and have you get scouted. I guess I know there's a lot of people lingering around there looking for players, and that's where a lot of players have been able to attract the right sort of attention, attract the right people, and it's good to see that. But obviously, as you mentioned, it has been dying in the past couple of years. But
yeah,
I have been in talks with the 6-man's owner, and there is something brewing in the nest, especially for the higher players. So hopefully, Ped can come in and work his magic wand and try and fix that. I just need funding.
Yeah.
But no.
Because the thing is about the 6-mans is like, even if I wanted to now, like even if I look now, there's probably like maybe one person queuing, and that's B+, and I know B+ is way more active than A, and like X and everything, and I know nowadays pros have their own like server that they just keep private 6-mans in and stuff for whatever reason. I don't know what sort of happened to the OG days where I'd look in Rank S and I'd see like Kronovi playing on EU servers and stuff, like real back in the day in the Discord. So I don't know what's happened with that, and I don't really know how they would even like revive it. I can't even give any recommendations. It's just quite a sad thing to see, because obviously, for example, like the field, when I used to do that, like just seeing these things sort of come and go when they were such good ideas. It always comes down to the funding, really, at the end of the day, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think money.
So, and the staff and stuff.
It's interesting, yeah, because obviously the actual owner Wonder is NA, so he covers both sides, and NA is a lot more active than EU in 6-mans. And that's one thing that he said to me. NA's like triple the size of EU, and it has so many more active players. And I think it's time for maybe the next generation of 6-mans players to sort of push along and get up to the rank SX and stuff like that. And that that's partially something that 6-mans need to work out how to do. You can't just boost people up there, but try and find a way to regenerate that top end of the 6-mans sort of area. But no, we won't spend too much more time on the 6-mans conversation. We'll leave that until later. But so how did you get into gaming, and what was the first game you ever played?
So I got into gaming probably when I was 4. My dad showed me, like, just gave me the controller. I didn't know what I was doing. I was 4, and he showed me how to play Halo 2 back on the original Xbox. The little see-through like controllers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the little like see-through game controllers where you could see like the insides of the wiring and everything of the controller. Just crazy. I can remember just playing Halo 2 and just using one of the vehicles really for not that long. And then I sort of got my first console when I was 6. I would say, yeah, my first console was 6, 7, 8, I don't know, around there. But it was the Xbox 360, and then I'd sort of play Call of Duty, your Minecrafts, just stuff like that. Just
COD Ghosts.
I think my first COD was World at War, to be honest.
That was yeah, you're old.
OG COD, yeah. So yeah, my first COD was World at War, and then Modern Warfare 3 was the next one that I sort of mainly played with my friends. But yeah, the special ops on that, what a game.
Yeah, you're showing your 4 or 5 years of age difference there.
On everyone else, yeah.
My first COD was COD Ghosts. That was when that first came out.
Really?
Black Ops 2 as well, around the same sort of time.
I remember, yeah, COD Ghosts underrated.
After primary school, playing Black Ops 2 Zombies, being scared of the bus driver and the little things that jump on your head.
Yeah.
And you had to knife them off. Oh,
Knifing the bus driver.
Oh, mate, his red eyes.
So he kicks you out the bus.
Sat there in the dark while I was playing Zombies with that fucking music. You'd just be sat there as well with your kids pissing yourself, going, oh, having nightmares.
Trying to be quiet so your mum don't wake up and kick you off because you got school the next day and stuff.
That was the days where you used to swear and get your Xbox taken off you and grounded for it.
Oh yeah, for real.
They were the days. No, that was such a good game though. It's one of those games that sort of just like.
Still my favourite COD Black Ops 2, or maybe Modern Warfare 3, but yeah.
It was made for fun. And I don't think games that are made like that anymore. They're not made for the same purpose as COD Zombies. They've just...
the competitive side.
Now, isn't it? It's a money pit. It's all... Because I didn't even think that was... Obviously, you had people going for all the Easter eggs, and they've kept that going. But for me, it was just more of a absolute laugh with your mates. It was a game where you could just have an absolute laugh and take the piss out of each other when you die, and... You know, just get scared. It was one of those games where there was so much to do and figure out and to learn that it was just refreshing. But I feel like, you know, that's why I'm hoping that the new Call of Duty at some point releases as Zombies, because I always love.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Zombies. I think they will.
I think they've said that it's in the mind, because I think there was a big uproar that they didn't. So, like, everyone loves the COD Zombies. I mean, in chat now, I bet if you're watching, then you've at least at one point in your lifetime played COD Zombies. Because it's like one of the
I'm hoping you have.
things.
If you haven't, you're missing out. Because, like, even on Black Ops 3 nowadays, sometimes I'll hop on Black Ops 3 with my mates now and just play the custom zombies and stuff.
I just refuse to pay the prices on PC.
It's so good. I mean, I get that, yeah. I mean, I've had it for ages, so that's why, yeah, the custom zombies on Black Ops 3 is elite.
I played the World at War custom zombies. That's because it cost me $5 to get the World at War. So they've actually like put like town remakes and all sorts of crazy shit on that. So like they have done the work on World at War as well, but it's such an old game that I'm just shit at zombies now anyway. Like when I was older on the controller, it used to be. I used to get to maybe like round 50, and then I'd die.
Yeah, I remember just playing Black Ops 2 Zombies, being on town with my mates, and you know in the bar you're just holding all the different angles with your RPK, pack a punch, and then you get overran, and then you just start screaming at each other.
Mustang and Sally.
Yeah.
They were so big as well.
Or just starting on round 20 with the normal pistol, just panicking with your mates because you couldn't be bothered to do the original rounds, just running around. Everyone's done that one time.
Yeah, no, mate, it was...
Nostalgia, man, nostalgia.
I just remember getting like a fucking Pack-a-Punch RPG for absolutely no reason.
Yeah, you just get bored, you start Pack-a-Punching everything, 5.7s, you just didn't care.
RPG, but it's like a fucking rifle, like mate, that was...
Then you knock yourself.
In the lava, the fucking lava on town was the worst, man. Those little lava cracks, you should just walk over them. Pack-a-Punch when you tried to get your gun and died, so your gun just despawned, because your mate's trying to run away from the zombie horde halfway down the road. And you're like,
your mate just
pick me up, I've lost my fucking pistols!
Yeah.
Oh, mate, that used to... I need to get lobbies going up again. I guess it's a good game, but only when you play with people. You can't play that alone.
I mean, I'm always down, yeah. I mean, yeah, I think it's just the spare time, innit, really? But the Zombies has always been elite. I just don't think they've made it hard enough recently. Like, I think the Zombies have become too easy with the gobble guns and everything.
Yeah,
I
from
think
Black Ops 3,
easy.
they've just lost it completely. Black Ops 3 Zombies was... No, not Black Ops 3. Black Ops 4. Wait, what was the one with XIX on? Was that Black Ops 4?
I think so,
9, not the map 9, yeah. XI.
Yeah.
So that, you know, for me, that was just confusing. Like, you'd go on the game, you'd just be fucking confused because there's so much, the gobble gums and the Midnight Man and all the bunkers. And
yeah,
like,
I think...
What the fuck's... They've lost the point of Zombies. It's not that simplistic... fun game, you know.
Yeah, like Nakta and Toten just running it up. I don't know if you've ever played that map, but
what was it?
OG map from World at War. Nakta and Toten. It's like the first ever Zombies map that they made.
I probably have, literally... yeah. I think I have on. It's like the war map where it's that like building.
Yeah, it's just one building. Like you always go to the top balcony and scream at your mates. Yeah, you scream at your mates. Don't open the chair. You know the chair on the stairway. You're just screaming at them to not open it.
You can go like underneath.
So you
can
go to the
underneath at the very bottom.
Oh, there isn't the Pack-a-Punch on it. Maybe on Black Ops 1
Oh,
actually.
I
I'm not
think
too
I've
sure.
no,
If they remastered
I
it, they
played
might
the
have done.
remastered version on the
Yeah,
emulator. That's why on like
that
the
might be why.
modded
Yeah,
version.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So on the
There might be
modded
a Pack-a-Punch
version,
in there.
they've added perks and pack a punch, but
Yeah, okay, yeah.
yeah, that'll be
Because
why.
the original didn't have one, and it didn't have any perks at all. So you'd literally like take it in turns, spraying your MG42 and your Browning, because otherwise you just die. Because it takes 20 years to reload it.
Yeah,
So you're just screaming at each other the whole time. And you can't really train, and it's just
zombie comms. That's what got you ready for Rocket League comms. It was Call of Duty Zombies.
yeah. You thought you were ready for Fortnite and Rocket League comms, but Zombie comms was where it was at.
Nah, Zombies was. It's always got a place in my heart. Always has. I need to get a poster
Yeah.
for it actually.
Yeah, actually, like OG Black Ops 2. Yeah, I need to do that as well.
Slam
Actually,
that on a wall.
Elite.
One of the best parts of my game in life, probably. Okay, so last question of this topic. Then we've got there after half an hour. Zombies was a very touchy topic.
My favourite.
Who have been your inspirations then to get involved in gaming, to get involved in Rocket League, to get involved in competitive Rocket League, to make the jump from competitive Rocket League to bubble Rocket League? You know, who've been your all-round inspirations in your career?
I think everybody's one is just watching that Justin goal in Worlds. Like, it just is. It's such an inspiring clip, and I remember watching it live and stuff. And that's one of the main inspirations I had at the time. When I first got into comp, I remember just seeing that clip and just being like amazed that that's even a possibility in the game. But in terms of most of the game, like, I don't get inspired by specific players necessarily, but like plays and things that happen, and just seeing how the stages are developed and people playing on LAN, and just the whole community as a whole. One of my main inspirations, just outside of the game in general and in football and stuff, is like Paul Scholes and Michael Carrick are one of my main ones, just through football in itself, just how hardworking those two were, and sort of flew under the radar as well. Not recently, but at the time they were just so underrated. Maybe not as much Paul Scholes, but Michael Carrick for sure.
Yeah.
So that's kind of something that's given me like drive, because I just truly believe that hard work doesn't really it gets rewarded, but it doesn't really get shown enough. People don't realize how it really does beat talent 90% of the time, especially in a game like Rocket League, where you can't really transfer like your Black Ops 3 zombie skills or Black Ops 2 zombie skills. You know what I mean?
I've already said they should add like an RPG mode in the Rocket League where you just shoot people, but no. Apparently that's not a good idea because it's a PEGI free, so yeah, whatever they say. But no, funny story about Paul Scholes, actually, now you mention it. When I was in the boardroom for one of the Tranmere games, we were playing against Salford, and obviously that's Paul Scholes, as he got a share in it with Ryan Giggs. So he was sat in the seats behind me. When Tranmere scored, I jumped and went, fucking get in! I cheered. So I cheered and I celebrated a Tranmere goal in front of Ryan Giggs and Paul Scholes. So that's my claim to fame. They probably looked at me thinking, what a tit. Well, they probably looked at me thinking, that's fucking bittersweet. There's a 16-year-old lad cheering about his team scoring against mine. And that's like millions of pounds. Yeah, that breathes. I mean, as I said, though, I'm not a Man United fan. Never have been. Never watched them in football because I'm too young for that. So I'm not going to fanboy over them and go, oh, can I have your autograph? Even though I could probably sell it for good money. Fuck it. Ah, well. But no, that is the end of topic 1. We won't let it go any longer because we've already spent
now waffled a bit too much.
A 15-minute topic has took us half an hour, so that'll give you an idea, guys, of how the rest of the podcast is going to go. But just moving straight on to topic 2 then. So this is going to be your teams and teammates. So it's time for you to throw people under the bus, time for you to bring people to light, time for you to, say the juicy information about people may not know on the outside scene of it. So first of all, just a good one. Like, who's the best player you've teamed with, would you say, in your whole career? Pluvo, yeah? So, any background on Pluvo?
Nah, I teamed with him recently. He just came out of nowhere. I remember, myself and Smashy, when we were playing, and this is my most recent team, but myself and Smashy, when we were first playing, he was, like, literally nobody too much. And I'll actually go back even further. I remember scrimming against him, like, a year ago, I think, and just thinking, like, this guy's just ball chasing against me and scoring all these goals and stuff, and I was getting tilted and demo chasing me and stuff, and just annoying me the entire scrim, and just going, who is he? And I remember QNX when I did team with him, which is one of my OGs, so shout out to him, one of the Nixus comp leads now actually. But he was like, oh yeah, that's Pluvo, he's one of my freestyler mates, and I'm getting a freestyler. I'm losing to a free. I was just losing my mind at the time, but so then I saw him sort of about a year later, and he sort of I think me and Smashy actually asked him for a tryout because we heard he was trying out with some decent people, not as good as I would say me and Smashy said we were at the time, and he still didn't really know too much on how to rotate. And in all fairness, then we got Stanley in, and
Yeah.
as a coach, he is really good. I will be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, so once he learned to rotate, and his mechanics are just and how he is, it's just I don't know. He just has that thing that something about him, you know. But I'm
Yeah.
not gonna, suck him off too much because he probably will see it. So Lewis, there
That's
you
gonna
go.
be a
There's your
Twitter
ego
clip.
boost.
That's gonna
There's
be
your
a
ego
Twitter clip.
boost. But yeah. But yeah, I'd say is the best player. He's just got that it factor, I'd say. But I'd say Smashy is a close second behind him. Those two
Yeah.
recently have shot off, and they're going to do really well. I can see them both doing really well. So
Well, obviously, yeah. I mean,
give them that.
we won't leak too much because I'm hoping to get one of them on or two of them on. We'll see
Yeah.
where that goes. So
Hopefully they both should hop on.
Won't leak too much. I'll have a chat with them in the background. Obviously, that post on Twitter. Thank you very much, everybody, for reposting and getting involved because that has fucking flew. I mean, over 5,000 to 10,000 impressions. That's probably the biggest Twitter post I've made.
What
world.
which one?
The looking for guests one. They absolutely flew.
Huge.
Unexpectedly flew as well. I have no idea. Ground Zero, if you're still watching, mate, the HyperX podcast is very good for casting mics. I've just seen it on Twitter. If you're still watching the podcast, yeah, get one of them. So, who's the best player you've played against?
Oh. Now that's a. I think through Oski, I would say. Just Oski. In terms of like RLCS, like Oski, when I played against them. No, just RLCS. Just played against them in RLCS, like all of those boys. Yeah, when they played their first RLCS in the qualifiers, I remember it was me, Vilo, and Cortex, and we actually did take them to 1-goal games. So yeah, there we go. But
which part of the bracket was this? Was this day 1, day 2? Where were
this was day 1, but it was at the very, very end of day 1, so we already like qualified for day 2 to make up the bracket. But yeah, we had to play Liquid, and like realistically, no chance. But yeah, I'd say Oski was one that impressed me the most. Some people say Atto's better now, but at the time, Oski definitely was. It was that Oski, Atto, Chronic when they first started kind of teaming.
Yeah.
But more of a recent one, probably Acro and Gomb, where it was a bit more competitive, I would say, because I think the Liquid boys probably trolling in that series, just messing about. But yeah, the one where we were actually making them try would be the Gomb and Acro and Louis P when we played Guild, which was me, Smashy, and Pluvo, and we actually should have probably taken 2 of those games. I think a bit of nerves may have caused us to concede, because I remember we were 2 goals off 2 times with like 10 seconds left, and we concede like 2 kickoff goals, which just shouldn't happen and stuff like that. But do I think we probably would have won? Maybe not, but it should have been not a sweep from their end, and I don't think Gomb would probably tell you that, but it's how it be in it. But I remember when I was with Bloom and TJ, which is maybe like 2 years ago now, when we played Atlantide Wave, when they were on their come up, which was then Williams Resolve. So that would be Prime Sazen. So Prime Sazen, and who was the third? I can't remember the third. I feel so bad.
Oh,
but yeah, so
toxic.
I can't remember. But yeah, so I think he may have been retired now. But Prime and Sazen, because at the time they were like, I think they went that regional, went and made top 8, so they were really good at that time as well.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of that sort of thing.
You've played a lot of fucking people.
Pick your poison, yeah.
You played a lot of people. Let's put it that way. You played, like, I forgot. Yeah, your top. What is it? Top 32. What was your highest? No, actually, don't answer that answer. We'll leave that. We'll leave that to the next one. That's the next topic. I 3 times I tried to ask that question. I've put it past, so I'm gonna leave that till the next one. Leave that till the next one. Okay. I need to keep a leash on it.
Yeah.
So we'll move on then. So what teams have you played with then? Like from like.
So yeah, the first ever team I played with was Bloom and TJ, and shout out to them, to be honest, because out of them 2, I learned the most, because I was literally a 1700, and I remember Bloom made 2K at the time, and TJ was like a 1850 to 1900 player, I believe, maybe a bit higher. So, but he was they were really, really nice to pick me up sort of at the time. They liked me as a person, and we developed, and I think I literally went from 1700 to sort of top 64 in I think the space of like a year grinding, maybe a bit less,
Yeah.
8 months. But they really helped me. I know Bloom's now, retired and went into coaching for a bit and then retired, and TJ's gone off to uni now and sort of things. So still wish them the best, and they really did start off my career, so I'll never really forget that team because it was such a vibe. Still probably the best vibe I've been in, I'd say. Sorry to everyone else. But yeah, so definitely the best vibe I've been in, just because of maybe that's a bit of nostalgia 'cause it's my first team and the excitement I had behind it, sort of thing.
I guess it's the same with everything. I mean, even like I remember the first time I touched onto IGL, and it was just a different feeling. I mean, more pressure, more stress, and I like pressure. I like having that feeling of okay, we've got more on the line here than just a ranked match and lose an elo. Because that to me wasn't as competitive as playing a shitty league, which is weird when you think back. Because you look back now after I've gone through ERS, RSC, I've casted RLCS, and I look back and you just think, wow, like this was nothing. But at the time, it felt like the world was on your shoulders when you were playing these things.
Yeah.
It was like you were fucking sat. I was diamond 3. Like it wasn't like I was any high rank. I was like tier 4 IGL. It was like diamond 2 to diamond 3. I was shit, but it mattered. It was something that mattered, and I guess that's the same with. I played Minecraft factions before this, and before Rocket League and getting involved in Rocket League, and that was a competitive Minecraft, which you could win PayPal on. So it was like, oh, we'll play Minecraft. So I played that for 2 years. The most toxic fucking community is, by the way, Minecraft factions. People were getting DDoSed, racism every day. When people moan about Rocket League, go and play fucking Minecraft factions about 4 years ago, because that was terrible for doxing and DDoSing and all that shit. That was horrible to play in. And there's
Minecraft factions.
Oh mate, it was fun. I had a great time with it. I mean, I was a toxic little prick. I was 12 owning the faction of 40 people. Like, we could say I've always had the strive to do great things.
Or like OG Clash of Clans, man, when that first game
first
came
mate,
out.
I had it on my mum's phone when I was
God.
about 6. When I didn't have my phone myself, I played it on my mum's phone. I remember, and I went back on it like 2 years ago in school and got all my town hall upgraded and spent money on it because I was like, fuck it, I couldn't pay to win when I was younger, but I've got money now. Let's fucking put it on quick. But I think now that game's a bit ruined. It's so, yeah, they fucked it. They did.
Same old.
There's no difficulty anymore at getting higher up. They ruined it. It used to be such a challenge to get to like town hall.
10, I think it was.
Yeah. Even just a high town hall, but now you can just get to the next town hall by using fucking gems, which people with this big money pool just go bip 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 bip. So fair enough to them, it keeps the game, keeps Supercell alive, but at the same time it does ruin the game, and the nostalgia of Clash of Clans sort of gets destroyed with it.
Yeah.
But it's always fun to go back on and throw a little attack at someone, but I just can't.
Sure.
I used to own my own clan on that as well. I remember I used to be so proud of it because we got like 43 out of 50 members and it was like active. We didn't win a single fucking clan war though. But it was like, oh, look at all these people. Things like that just sort of like, I guess in a way you sort of just like, it sort of gives you the strive to do it in different things. That's why I did it in Rocket League on my own team, and it's a good thing to have, and that's why I'm
now. And another thing I will say about Rocket League is I will just throw out there as well is my first proper team I'd say is Bloom and TJ, but my my sort of ranked team that I had was Revo and JHD or Jackie, and I will give them if they do ever see it, probably not, but I do have to just give them credit because that was, back in the ranked days where I literally probably played with both of them and still speak to them to this day if I, every now and again, from Champ 1 to like GC sort of 1, GC 2, sort of to 1700 level, and like playing a tournament. I remember we qualified one time like ages ago. I think it was me, Jackie, and Gravity, which was another person kind of in the group at the time, for a league that's literally was called like the semi-pro league, and we was like, oh my god, we're semi-pro, but like we weren't. It just wasn't like a competitive league. Looking back at it, it just wasn't even close, but it was just called that, and it's just quite funny because I don't know if I have that clip, but I remember I probably do still have that clip, and we're going nuts, and it's just such a wholesome clip, I think, at the time, because it was just like we were going absolutely mental over the fact we even qualified to make like the semi-pro league, when in reality like that means nothing nowadays. Like if most people do it, they don't really react, So it's quite. I wish I could maybe go back and have that sort of feeling every single time even if I make like day 2 or something, just absolutely mental, but
sorry,
it's just not the case.
just got distracted because I was looking at the chat and people are singing a song in chat. Trick Stars and Ringer.
Oh, you're right, Tricks. You're right, Ringer. Oh, I love them both as well. They're a couple memers. They're a couple memers. Them.
Lovely. That is lovely. That's a lovely 8
legends.
Comments.
Absolute legends.
Okay, well,
they'll keep it alive.
I mean, I guess I already know the answer to this then based on what you said, but which team did you experience the best improvement with?
Oh, yeah, it probably would be Bloom and TJ in terms of like MMR and ELO, but I will just also say sort of Risen and Azza from that top 64 to get that top 32.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to make that top 32 for the first time and to reverse sweep Tekos and stuff. And we really did like pop off, and I still speak to them both. They're still amazing people. So I'd say that's probably like maybe the top 64 to top 32 jump might have been a bit more of a elo wise or like competitive wise a bit more of a jump. Even now, because I'm not gonna lie, I fell off a bit and then I came back with Smashing and Peluvo to get top 32 again, and that really felt like another good achievement, sort of get that again after missing out on it for like a good two splits and stuff. Just sort of maintaining that level and making those improvements every single time mechanically or like just through learning is sort of pick one of them, but sort of depends, doesn't it, really, on what people prioritize, I guess.
Yeah. I have a feeling that someone subscribed to me, but it's not came through.
Oh yeah, guys, if you subscribe, any Twitch Primes should sub.
No, someone else.
He'll get you on the podcast if you sub.
Yeah. You get fast tracked. We're gonna play the platform play of each. There's that many people that if you pay money, you get to the top. Fuck it, we're gonna run like the rest of the world. This is business, baby. It's not a fair scene. It's business. It's all toxic. But no, that's good. I mean, it's good to have a mix of people. Obviously different, but that's what's good to speak to someone who's made it to the way you made it in the top 32 because you're not too far off. Like it's top 16 considered up there.
Top 16 is probably more like top 16 is more up there in rank A and stuff, and then
it's top 16's main event, right?
Top 16's main event, but like top 16 and qualifiers is kind of just one off day 3, and then day 3 is kind of like in the top 32.
But you have 8 teams that are invited and 8 teams that go through, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Good, I'm RLCS caster. It's good that I know.
Look at him go.
The amount of times I mean, I should have like, if I got that wrong, then my job as a caster for RLCS Apex,
it's gone.
No teams don't want me anymore.
I think Apex different though, isn't it? I think Apex is a bit different.
Yeah, they change it every season because there's not enough teams. There's just a fella standing in the middle of the fucking road outside. What is he doing? He's just standing in the middle of the road.
Liverpool, my friends, Liverpool guys.
What the fuck is he doing?
That's how it be. I mean, it's 11 o'clock on a Friday.
Everyone,
so
you just get people walking around at 2 o'clock, just drunk down the road. That's how it works. I mean, you gotta.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know what he's been doing. He probably doesn't even know what he's doing.
Snorted coke and drank too much. I mean, that's my guesses.
Well, there goes the PR.
But no, yeah. But any coaches helped you get where you are today, Stat?
Yeah. So Stanley, probably the main one. Stanley. I will give him a huge shout out. Helped me leaps and bounds. Still around now. I'd say more recently, Poddy's helped me with a couple things that have really helped me sort of improve and keep grinding. I will shout out my mental coach Marcos, who doesn't even watch Rocket League, but he's helped me massively just through getting my mindset kind of my grind set, I guess, if people would say that, even as cringe as it is, but just sort of staying motivated even without a team and stuff like that, and playing the game, which I've struggled with in the past, and not getting tilted. Those would be the main 3, I'd say. Not really many other coaches I've had. It's kind of hard, I guess, at our level, as most people would know, to even find a decent coach, I'd say, that isn't just like a hype man. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's good to look, I guess, for your point of view. It's hard for me because I'm shit at the game. But from your point of view, you can look back and you can see people who've had a positive impact in your career. And I guess that's good because you can see at what points, the switch was flipped and you started to go from phase 1 to 2, phase 2 to 3, and you made those, it's like climbing each step of a ladder in a way. or going up a set of stairs, taking it in small steps until you reach the final goal, which obviously I doubt's there yet, and we'll touch on that more in the next topic. But no, it's good to acknowledge those people as well and make sure they get to because some of them, especially with some areas of the scene, casters, a lot of toxic ones out there. A lot of people just looking for fame
a lot of toxic players as well. So
yeah, a lot of people who don't help the friends out. So for that, they're not going to make it far. People who help the friends out and help lower people, and then give these advice. So Stat today coming in last second. Stat's going to go and he's going to go and be the best player ever now. So there you go. He's not too old yet. He's only 21. He's got until he's 25 before he expires.
Not losing the reaction time yet. So
yeah, you're not too dumb yet.
I'm still here. Yeah, exactly.
You just have to get yourself aging, that cream you put on your face.
Aging cream, yeah, the little cleansing cream.
Yeah, get your moisturising going, and you'll be.
Got to get me in the spa, get me in the saunas.
Or just be that fast that reaction time doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You can afford to lose half a second.
Just keep ball chasing. Yeah. I'll be fine then.
Yeah, of course. But no, that's the end of topic 2. So what we're going to do, because we're in the bang middle of today's podcast, we're going to take a short little break. I'm going to run a revenue break as well. So we're going to put a 1 minute ad on. So please stay and watch the ad because it does bring me about 10p. So no, we're going to have a break. I'm going to go and grab a drink, put some music back on for you, and then we'll be back with achievements and ambitions. There's only 4 topics today, so we've got 2 more after the break, so we shouldn't be here for too much longer with your time. I thank you all for watching, by the way. Beautiful amount of viewership, beautiful amount of new people coming and watching as well. So thank you, Stat, for your PR there. Gotta love it. A lot of familiar names as well. Hi, Casper. I seen you in there.
Casper's in there as well.
Tyler, I know you're watching as well.
Casper did give me a coaching session actually. If it's Casper, I think. Sorry, Casper.
Hi,
Although he helped me a lot as well. Sorry, Casper.
I know Casper from a long time.
I'll be honest.
But we'll leave that.
I forgot him. That's my bad, guys.
I'll bring Casper. Actually, yeah, I forgot about Casper.
I feel bad when I miss people.
I'll bring Casper. But no, thank you guys. Tell your friends. Get this out on Twitter. Share this everywhere. If you haven't already shared the post or retweeted the post, there's 13 of you in here. Get them retweet it now on Twitter. Stats retweeted it, so if you haven't got me on Twitter, it's CasterPed. Stats, say your name.
No name
Stat. Retweet the post, like the post, get your friends in, get as many people in this as possible, because the more people out here, the longer I can run it, the longer I can do it, and if it starts making money, there's no reason why I can't make my own podcasting studio and bring people in real life and pay for them to come to me. And that is not anything regarding to stripping either, so don't make the joke. But no. I'm going to put on a break, otherwise I'll never get there. So, no, we'll speak to you soon, guys, and don't go anywhere. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back. We are here. I've got a drink of orange juice, lovely Robinsons, and the music has died out. That was probably good transition timing. I waited for the song to end rather than bang in the middle, so I hope that it sounds good on your end. But anyway, no, we're back. 2 more topics left on the show. Should be faster than the first half. It'll be a 90 minutes podcast. It'll be one of the longer ones. Although there's less topics because me and Stat like to have a good chat. Call of Duty's been a very long topic, probably 25 minutes of the podcast, so we'll try not to go any more on that. But obviously now the next one's quite interesting, and hopefully a lot of people are interested in this topic because it is achievements and ambitions. This is a big one for everybody, no matter what they do in esports. You've got to have your achievements, and you've definitely got to have your ambitions and your goals and what you're set to do. So I mean, just to begin with, it's a simple one. What have you achieved so far?
Top 32 RCS multiple times. I've won a few of the IEL stuff, a few tournaments here and there, like nice cactuses and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure. I'll take claim for some of the stuff in the RSC recent win for Team Husky and stuff like that, because I was mainly in groups and stuff like that, and I did play like a good 80% of the tournament before they decided to play with Laker, which is fair. Those are sort of the shorter ones, I'd say. Most of my achievements the better ones, I'd say, the more impressive ones are RCS, which is, like I said, top 32, which I've reached 3, I'd say, times.
Yeah. And for people,
off memory, so.
For people who watching this who don't know Rocket League like we do, top 32 is quite incredible considering the amount of players that go in at the start of RLCS qualifiers. And the amount of teams that sign up, there's 16. It's like 16 to 20 separate brackets for the starting for day one. It's a crazy amount of brackets, and then obviously, is it 1 or 2 teams? How many teams did that go through from each bracket?
That's 3.
3 from each bracket.
So yeah,
goes into sec day 2, which is then the next one, and then obviously the last one's what 16, the last day 3 qualifiers, and then 8.
Yeah,
day 3.
so 8. Yeah. So 4 from top, 4 from bottom.
It's a long time. Yeah, it's
48 go through into day 2. Yeah, I think it's 48 go through into day 2, and then only 8 teams make it out.
You've also got to consider that you've got to stay consistent for these days as well. On day 1 you might get completely fucked over and get one of the big teams in your bracket. So have you ever had that where you went into a regional and you've had a big team in the first sort of 5 games or whatever in the first day of the regional?
In day 2 or day 1?
Day 1.
Day 1, yeah. I mean, yeah, it happens all the time. Like you'll always get the one like kind of pro team you have to play. So like the liquid one that I was on about earlier was a massive one. I've had a Williams Resolve or a Land-type Wave, which they were at the time.
Have you beat any of them?
No, no, completely rolled. I'm not gonna lie. The Guilds one, but we already qualified and then had to play Guilds, so that one was a bit of a different one. It's the ones that push you down into lowers, so the rough ones. The more rough ones is when you get like, because sometimes the organisers don't recognise the team names, so they can put like a good 6. I've seen it quite a bit, like 6 bubble teams and like 1 regional. And then only like 1 of those bubble teams will actually make it out because there'll be a pro team in there as well, which is just ridiculous to think about.
Yeah.
So then you'll always get 1 team sneaking in there that you think, oh, they shouldn't probably be in day 2, but that's just how it works, really. You have to be the best to be the best. So.
Yeah. And you'd say how far away do you reckon you are from being up there?
Oh, well, I mean, it can be. Not far theoretically. Skill wise, I've got quite a lot to improve on. I'm not gonna lie, like you kind of do, but with the right team, and if you're all like peaking on that day 2, you can really push yourselves into that sort of thing. Because I think, well, for example, Emerald did it recently with Trebler and Meaty, where they weren't even really expected to make it day 3 at all, and then absolutely popped off in day 2 and made uppers, and then. That's kind of all you need to get the recognition from everybody, and then you can kind of maybe maintain it a little bit. Like they're all talented players, so
yeah.
I'm gonna throw out a shout. I think Hosky will probably do that.
Yeah.
In the next one, I think they will.
Yeah. Well, hey, I would say I'd watch, but it bores me to life, so I won't be.
I'll let you know.
I'll only watch it when someone I know gets there and there's a reason for me to watch it. Because at the moment, it's like. Foxy gets in and around. He doesn't actually get there. I'd watch Foxy play just because of the fact he's from Wrexham, and I'll take the piss out of him the whole time because I'm trying to be a fan. He's a Wrexham fan. Like I will definitely be trying to catch Foxy when he comes to Tranmere away next season when Wrexham unfortunately come up to the league, which I can't stand and I hate. And I fucking money club
winning the Prem, mate.
Not winning the fucking Prem. They're not that rich. Calm yourself, buddy. They're not getting to the Championship. Don't say the fucking Prem.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
Oh, mate. They're going to be playing against Everton in 3 years.
That's rough. Poor Everton.
Blue and white shite. Anyway. No, that's fair play. So you've been there, done that, achieved quite a bit, achieved quite a significant amount more than others. Top 5%, top 3% of players in Rocket League. What's the number?
I don't actually know.
For EU, it's probably like one.
I think somebody in chat will have to throw that one in there.
Very small, yeah. But does anyone in chat now? I mean, we've got a lot of people in here, but do any of them actually have a clue?
I reckon a couple of them will.
Does anyone in the chat do the stats? 0.01 from Ringer.
Yeah, there we go.
Possibly, yeah.
I don't know about maybe.
I mean, maybe a bit small, but.
Maybe 0.1. I don't know. I think Ringer's maybe trolling a bit there.
Because top 1%.
Could be.
Top 1% is like SSL.
Yeah, which is like it's a bit higher than SSL top 32, really.
Well, a bit higher. It's fucking very high. It's a lot higher. Yeah, there's so many SSL. So it's,
could be humble.
Well, yeah, probably around what you said. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
0.1. Yeah, it's not a bad one. No, but you're getting there. You're definitely getting there. So well, it's probably a basic question. How did you achieve the above?
It's just grinding. It really is. Like, you just have to, like, sometimes, it depends. If you're really, really good at ranked and you're really high in that ranked, then maybe you'll have to settle for a team a bit lower. But I was fortunate enough in my time to just reach out to people, and I'm not gonna lie, I've probably been the worst on a few of my teams that I've been on, and used it to improve and develop myself further, and just take things. Like, a lot of people kind of get their head down if they're the worst player on the team, but what you don't understand is you can learn so much from it and take it as a learning curve and experience, and take a lot of things on board. So the main thing that I will say, what I've learned, it's just hard work. That's how you achieve it. You just achieve it through the grind. There is no shortcuts, unfortunately. Like, you have to play the game, and you have to sort of not only just play the game, but make sure you're improving on the right things. Don't take the easy route. Focus on the things you're worse at.
Yeah.
So you can get better at them.
Yeah.
It's quite simple. Simple sort of stuff.
It's not at all easy to get there, is it? But I guess you as a player have something that a lot of people don't have. How many hours do you have on the game altogether?
7,000.
You see, that's not even that much. You see, that, like, for where you are, that's not even that much. Like, I'm GC1, peak 1535. I've got about 3,000 hours. I mean, taking into account that some of them will be, well, a lot of them will be casted and watching private matches, but still a decent amount of time. Because obviously you will have, a lot of time in free play, I'd imagine. You're one of those free play kind of guys before you jump on.
I play a lot of free play.
So it's like, that's one of the things that a lot of people say, is one of the biggest things, I think, for going to free play and that sort of stuff. So, wow, that's 7k hours for, like, that's not even too much. There's people with 20,000 hours who are still stuck in fucking, 600-700. So,
yeah, well, that's just, they've put in the work, but they haven't put in the work on the right things. Like, they just maybe AFK. I don't know.
Wolfie. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a good few people. Nexel as well. He quit his job and had a lot of hours on the game, and he changed his name 3 times because he was a racist.
There's a few of those.
There's a couple of those. Yeah, just a few in the lovely Rocket League scene. No one's toxic. What do you mean? It's all nice and friendly.
I mean, most of the time it really is. Like, especially in sort of bubble or the around level I am, like, I will say 90% of the people that I speak to are amazing people. Like, you have some of the memers. Like, I mean, I'm not going to lie, I do see Ringer and Trickstars. They are memers. But they are the nicest people you'll speak to. They really are, so.
Yeah, I mean,
there's a lot of them in the scene, a lot of young people, so you kind of take it as it comes.
Bit further behind you, Lexa and Porsus. Are you familiar?
They're in here as well.
They're not in here, no, but they're very impatient in tournaments.
They're very impatient memers.
They're very.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when they were playing tournaments, like, because it was like £100 prize pool, and they were asking it to be fucking hurried up. Like, I don't know if you've seen Rotor Shaw saying about how Cristiano Ronaldo was like looking at his watch and going, "Time's up." It sort of was like that in one of the tournaments I was casting for. He was like, "Come on, fucking get on with it. We're beating everyone here 3-0." And yeah, they won the money, and they were also very, very fast on trying to get the money, to be honest, as well. So
yeah.
No, but he's a sound guy for me. I've spoke to him about how he plays and Portus as well. I've watched that team for fucking ages as well, man. Like, I watched those two. I watched Panda and Pluto play together. I watched Nace at one point. I spoke to him at LAN. I know you're in the chat, Nace. I've watched you in Rocket Bowl at one point. I've casted over you. It's like, fucking hell, the amount of people that I've casted in that league that were farming the money, and they've just zoomed. Well, maybe not even zoomed. I mean, I know Lexa and Portus went quite far with. Are they Icelandic, Finnish? What?
Finnish, both of them, yeah.
There's quite a few good Finnish
players
ballers as well.
There are quite a lot. The Finnish scene's
They're all in RSC Premier. Are you playing RSC Premier or looking to play RSC Premier?
I might do. I'm not too sure because obviously the last time, I mean, yeah. So Posky won it the last one, which I was in.
Oh, you won it? Did you get a good split?
I did get in the split actually, yeah, even though Flaker won it with them, I did win a little bit, which is very, very nice on their end because they didn't have to do that, so I appreciate that. But yeah, so I played in all of the group games, and then the playoffs they decided to play with someone else. So happens. But then I did the All Stars, so apparently I was one of the top performers of the entire thing. So
yes, have that, Hosky. Have that, Hosky.
Take that what you will.
Have that, Hosky. He was one of the top performers. I
But
didn't even
Pluvo
play
was supposed
fucking
to be in that,
playoffs.
actually. So it would have been nice to play with Pluvo in that, but he wasn't able to make it in the end, which is
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
But don't know where Smashy was. So
Fair enough. Fair
just
enough.
saying.
He's in chat, so I'm sure he'll tell us. Yeah. So, how long did it take you to get to the point where you are now?
I don't know. I think it maybe I did start playing when I was 2016, like I did say, but I did like sort of stop playing the game mainly CS:GO for a couple years. So I would probably say from around about toward the end of 2018 till now, of just consistent grinding. Maybe like a month off here, a month off there, thrown in there somewhere, but most of the time consistent grinding of like I'd say 60 to 80 past two, sometimes maybe more. During lockdown, definitely more. I think lockdown probably helped with improvement
Yeah.
for myself.
Did you
With
touch
not
grass
having
in
to go to
lockdown at all?
college and all of that. Well, you couldn't touch grass in lockdown really, so
Well,
no.
yeah, I guess. A lot of people broke the rules though.
Nah, I couldn't. There's nothing to do in my area really anyway, and like most of the people kind of just didn't break the rules in my area, so there wasn't really much to do.
Fair enough.
I mean, yeah, you are saying a lot of people break the rules, but we're not getting into the politics side of that. So
Yeah, no. A lot of
It is a
people in your
Rocket
area
League
don't break the
podcast.
rules. Fucking Tories.
yeah, they don't. Something like that, I guess. I couldn't even tell you. Couldn't even tell you what colour we are.
Boris's minions.
Probably green, to be honest.
Oh, fucking don't go on about the greens. Eat your veggies, everyone. Keep Greta happy.
Yeah, have the carrots.
So where do you see yourself in a year, Stat?
Hopefully still grinding. A lot of improvements. I'm hoping. I want to still be in the esports scene, even if it's not as a player.
Yeah.
Could be multiple things. Could be managing. Could be just working for an org. No leaks there. But want to be in and about and around the esports scene. Definitely Rocket League. I just love the game too much to not be involved in it in a year. As much as sometimes maybe people go, oh yeah, I hate the game. Like realistically, none of us hate the game, do we? We wouldn't play it this much.
Yeah.
So
yeah, of course. No?
Yeah, it's definitely something to do with Rocket League. I'm hoping in a year's time, maybe I've made one day 3 or in about around it. Hopefully, we'll maybe shorten that to a top 16. If I am grinding in that time, I'm aiming to be. So
you're not too far off, as we said. I mean, day 3 is probably what the next reachable.
It is a big stride, though. It is a big stride, I must admit. With the right team, I think it's possible, but it's just finding those guys, players that want to put in the work.
Yeah, it's just that's as you said, finding a combination. And I think one thing I've said to a lot of people is, it's like in football. There's at some point every player you can get to work with each other through coaching and through work and trying together, because otherwise the game would be the game. But it's there's certain player connections that just work straight away. And obviously, you have a honeymoon phase and you might start playing shit. But if you can get through that sort of shit phase and get back to the way you're playing at the start, then it's like, it feels so good. I mean, even me at a lower rank, it just feels so good when it clicks. When it clicks and you just start deteriorating people. You're just fucking blowing them up in front of your face, just getting these passing plays. And obviously, as you said about the coaches, they get to be a part of that success. And I think that's why, a lot of coaches will enjoy that. We will hopefully have coaches on in this podcast, because it's good to get every perspective.
I mean, yeah, their
I see you in the chat, Stainless. So
beyond me. So, Stainless is here as well.
I see you in the chat. So come and get in my PMs, and we'll sort a time out for you as well. But no, I mean, as I said, it's good to see, and I think that's a hard question as well, asking people a year's time, because it's like, for me,
it's trying not to be egotistical, but also not become a meme at the same time. Do you know what I mean? So it's quite an interesting one.
Honestly, don't give a
but
shit
at the same time, it's quite it's quite funny. But yeah, definitely what I said. Stainy being in the chat.
It's a good thing to to look for. I think keep working at anything, and anything's possible, I guess. And as I've said to you off camera, plan B is always important, not the pregnancy plan B.
Yeah, exactly. That's what a lot of people need to know. Plan B is important. I do have my A levels, so
yeah,
that is a nice thing to fall back on if necessary. So,
and also, not the pregnancy plan B, for anyone asking. Also,
I think a lot of people know about that.
That is also important. I've just heard that my mic is a bit quieter, so I'm gonna move it close to my mic. Yeah.
Okay.
That is productions. Oh wow, that's not good. Thank you for letting me know.
They thought about like turning up the volume or something, or maybe it's.
But the thing is, that's the thing, because usually I'm on a video broadcast for my mic rather than HyperX, and it works a lot better. But unfortunately, in these things, it's like this.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we can get video broadcast back for the next one. Thanks.
Hopefully, I'll turn myself up a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah. So, well, we know this already. So your best placement's the top 32.
Yes.
That's your best placements to date at this point in time.
Yes, that is my best placement to date.
Okay. Well, hopefully we can better that soon, and we can get you back on for another podcast with an updated placement.
Yeah, if I do get better,
get you back in 6 months. Yeah, get you back in 6 months. Get on the bandwagon. Hopefully you
can
get
me in that top 24. Huge ego coming in, egoing everyone left and right.
Yeah.
You know me. That's how it be.
Yeah. Okay. So what? If you've won any, what tournaments have you won?
Not really many. Just a nice cactuses here and there. So like the couple 100 ones. I mean the RSC one, I can put my name towards it, but I didn't really win that. I will give that one to Smashy Pluvo and Flaco.
Yeah.
Which is kind of probably the biggest tournament I would have won. Would have liked to get in that Insomnia and have a crack at that, but yeah. Winning's a bit of an interesting one. I'm just trying to think about a while ago, but yeah, I've been around for a while, so I won the few like 100 tourneys here and there, but nothing major yet, I must admit.
Yeah, I mean, as you said to me before, off mic, you want to get involved in the I-71 Rocket League stuff, and hopefully I'm there to watch that, and maybe even there to cast that. If we get the right connections and speak to the right people, anything's possible.
I hope so, because the cast wasn't the... It was alright.
You just need to tell them, man. Get the energetic scouser on, you know? Get the energetic scouser on, yeah.
I mean, it was a sweep, to be fair, so it wasn't the most interesting thing on the planet.
Yeah, Hosky, stop being so good. I know you're in chat. Stop being so good.
All of them in here.
Give other teams a chance, you know, like.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez, but no, it's a very exciting time, especially with LAN events. So was Insomnia your first LAN event, or have you gone to past Insomnias? Or?
I didn't actually play, so I guess it doesn't really count, to be honest. But
I mean, just even been to.
I did go to the Spring Major actually.
Okay,
I watched that with a lot of people, so that's where I met a lot of people that I've known online. Yeah, London.
Okay, yeah.
So that's where I met a lot of sort of bubble scene players that I know, a few pro players that I do know, and just an overall great experience. I think Insomnia was a bit more of the recent ones, so it's a bit more of the English players that I know.
Oh,
so
well,
that was crazy.
The amount of English prodigies, like, you know, I mean, I'll say a couple of names now.
Go on. Give him an ego boost.
Who, Naish?
Nah, he's not a prodigy. Can't give him that.
No, I'm not giving Naish that. Only joking, Naish.
No. Give Pluvo and Smashy that, even though they're not prodigy. They're like old as hell.
Well, 16, 17, they're too far.
Oh, they're both 17.
Oh, both 17. You're way too old. Get out of here.
Exactly.
No, Ols is one of them.
Ols is young, yeah.
Very young. And I've known him 14, I think he was when I first met him. And he was, you know, he was around, up and around, but he wasn't nearly like pushing onwards. But I think that the way I seen him play and the way I seen him at Insomnia was crazy. The confidence the guy's got as well.
The prodigy card as well. Little 15-year-old, even though he's like twice the size of Smashy, but you know, prodigy card.
There's no need to do him like that, Stat. There's just absolutely no need. What? He can't even defend himself in the call.
Yeah, he defo can in chat though. He'll come back at me.
Yeah. That's just horrible.
I've got to have something. Got to have something over him, and if it's high, I will take it.
Yeah. If you'll tell me, how much you earned from being a Rocket League player?
How much have I? A grand-ish, I'd say. Not a lot. It's not in terms of like through tournaments. Not a lot. Did you do anything? Maybe like 500.
Anything like cheeky little streaming or
in terms of, I don't stream, but in terms of, you know, a few coaching here and there with other people, you know, it's quite good if you're a higher player to do a bit of coaching, I will admit.
Boosting?
Nah, not boosting.
No boosting, just coaching.
I don't have the grind set for boosting. That's too many accounts. I don't know who would do that.
Hey, make the fucking money in it. Have you seen it?
Yeah, but it's TOS, bro.
Yeah.
What am I on about?
Yeah.
I don't know who would do that. Got no names.
You definitely know people who do that. Oh, dear Lord. Yeah.
Nah.
Nah, fair enough. I mean, hey, it's good. It's good to earn stuff. I mean, that's probably equal. I mean, I think I've got 1,200 from casting now.
Yeah.
Here and about, just doing different jobs. I mean, it is a good grind to have. It's like I guess it's a way of having a side hustle, and obviously you work yourself as well. So you just get to add on to that money you already make, with those 100 tournaments. But I'll tell you this: don't ego 100 tournaments. They are so useful when you need a pocket of cash to go out.
Yeah. Whenever there's a tournament, I'll play it. If there's like teams in there that that are a good team, then of course you play it because it's a good experience. So
I can happily start putting on £100 ped tournaments of my own money, but I need people to play them. So everyone in chat who's a player.
Are they 1v1s? Are they 2v2s?
No, we'll do 3v3s. We'll have a proper production, full production line, 3v3, £100 prize pool. Don't ego the prize pool. Turn up and play. Everyone in chat who's a player needs to get involved. Like that's the only rule. So we'll do that when
I don't know. I don't see Ringer doing the £100 tournaments.
Hey, £100, man! I'll be well made if I made £100 off Rocket League. No matter how rich you are, money is money.
That's true.
I'm not gonna give you £100, Nash. You wouldn't win the £100 anyway. Bugger off.
Give me an 100. He's richer than all of us with his 4K chain. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, you should be funding the tournament. You should be sponsoring the tournament.
Yeah, you should sell the chain. Get invested in.
Yeah, but anyway, no, that is the pretty much the end of achievements and ambitions.
Pretty much.
We've covered a lot there, but now we get into the fun part. Now we get into the part where you in chat. I'm quite nervous about asking the chat this part.
Nah, I think you should ask the chat.
We are doing one or the other questions in. So I have my own questions, but basically it's like questions like cats or dogs, tea or coffee, and stuff like that. So if you have any questions, which is one or the other, please put them in chat. It can be anything, and we'll try and get through them all before the end of the stream. But we'll just kick it off straight away whilst you guys think of your questions. We'll get it going now. Then, start. You ready? You ready to start the quick fire rounds?
Yes. I see that one from Pluvo. Pluvo should have seen what I said earlier about him. His ego boost would have gone up massively.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Have you got a dog?
Oh, I have a cat and a dog, actually.
Oh, hang on a minute. The bias. You can't have kids when you're older. You're biased towards the oldest.
Oh, yeah.
Have the dog for longer.
I have had the dog for longer, technically.
You've got to have some bias then. There you go.
Yeah, see, Stanley knows. I mean, yeah, the dog doesn't hurt me, so...
He says you need to go and get Ted.
That in there. Yeah, Ted's my... Go get Ted. No, he's downstairs, man. I can't.
Yeah, too late.
I can't get him. He's probably sleeping.
There you go, yeah. Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Do you drink coffee
as
well?
I do drink coffee, yeah.
I don't know how people do it. I don't drink either.
I'm quite bad for it. I have all the syrups and everything. I'm not gonna lie, like I am awful for it. So.
You go to Starbucks and get your little order. And...
I don't. Well, yeah. I do get my caramel coffees and none of that ice stuff though. I don't know how people drink the ice stuff. I have to admit. Yeah, caramel is
like giving you a brain freeze, like having a slush.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Not the greatest. Football or rugby?
Football.
Rocket League or football?
Even.
No, there's no even. It's one or the other.
What do you mean?
One or the other.
I can't do it.
It's in the name of the title. You've got the bloody sheet.
Rocket League to play. Football to watch.
Okay, that'll do.
Is that fine? Is that acceptable?
Yeah, that's okay. So gaming or sport?
Sport.
I'm gonna ask you this one. I'm gonna change it a bit. Because it'll refer more to you. London or Insomnia?
London.
Met more people, I guess. Yeah, that's fair enough.
It's just the experience as a whole, like the production, the actual just watching that high level Rocket League. But in terms of meeting people, Insomnia was clear.
Yeah.
But the actual, as a whole, London was just a better experience, like going to the city and everything as well. I've been to Birmingham many times, so there it is.
Yeah, that was the first time I went to Birmingham actually properly. Like I only ever went to watch Tranmere Walsall in Walsall. I've been through, not in. The NEC was fucking massive, by the way. Like wow, so big of an arena. You know what? Yeah. I love it. I love to see it because it's somewhere that I can tick off now, and I can go to the next one actually knowing what to do there. I didn't really know when I walked in what I was expecting to be.
Did you go to the Bull Ring or no?
The Bull Ring?
Yeah, from Birmingham.
No.
Okay, you should go there next time. There you go. Had that.
What's the Bull Ring?
It's like a massive shopping centre. It's got loads of stuff to do.
Yeah, but it's gonna be the same as like the Trafford Centre, and they're all the same
shit. Yeah, pretty much, but just
They all have the same ideas.
Not scruffy, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been Trafford Centre as well. I'd still say Bullring probably better than the Trafford Centre. So
fair enough. I'll have to have a little try next time I go. If I do stay for the weekend and manage to get the girlfriend down, I'll sort that out. Ols or Eugen?
Say Ols or Eugen?
Yeah.
Ha! Ols.
Ranked or 6-mans?
At the moment ranked, but overall 6-mans.
Ols or Snake?
Snake, because he plays ERS with me.
Good. That's good. Gotta keep scrolling.
Gotta keep the PR.
Vatira or First Killer?
Vatira. Easily.
Smash or Pluvo?
Pluvo.
Oh, you let the cat out of the bag. All right.
Stream. Hello. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Mother's told me to be quiet.
Keep it down, Stat. Come on now. Keep it down. You're waking up the dog, for fuck's sake, Stat.
Probably am, mate. Probably am.
Yeah, no. You just gotta keep a lid on it. Just a little bit.
Indeed.
No wonder you're fucking louder than me. The house can hear you, no wonder.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, no, I shout way more, and somehow my mic doesn't pick it up, but I've put it close to my mouth, as you can now see on the camera. But no.
Yeah, good.
Risen or Razza, and then we'll go for one more question.
Risen.
One more question for the man. Send them in. I'll pick the best one. Well, I think the best one. It's all biased, but.
Well, I'm not going to explain between blue ones. Yeah, I can't.
Evian,
I've already dug my hole.
Evian or Highland Spring?
What? Evian.
Alright, we'll put this because that's not bad. Epic or Steam?
Steam.
There we go. Okay. That
It's
has
gotta
been
be. It's gotta be.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be. That has been Stat, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thank you so much for coming on, Stat. It's been brilliant. It's
Thank
also
you, yeah,
been an hour and a half. So it's not the longest, but it's the second longest. But no.
Twitter, Kaz.
But no, thank you very much for coming on. As I said, you saved me a dodgy night tonight, and we finally got the next episode up. And no, it's been great to learn more about you and speak to you more. Obviously, you know, we were at the same place at the same time. We didn't really know each other, so it's good to meet you, good to learn about you, good to get your story out there.
Thank you very much for having me. It was fun, actually. I can do it again anytime. Can I say who should come on next? Is that something we can add in here?
I mean, we can have like the ice bucket challenge sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah. I want to see Pluvo on here. I want to see Stanley on here, and I want to see Kaz on here. To be honest.
Okay. I mean, out of those three, the only one I know the best is Kaz because I've known him for ages. So Casper.
I think Casper should come.
He's just got the general vibe for it, though, hasn't he?
He's just
Larson,
just got that.
Yeah, Larson's in there with shouting Casper. Yeah, come on, Casper. Give me a message.
I don't know
on
much
Discord.
about Larson, but yeah, Casper should be getting on.
Yeah.
Nace, you swear too much to be on a podcast, my friend. I'll be honest.
Fair enough. But no, we are going to end it, otherwise we're never going to get there. But no, thank you very much, guys. It's been a brilliant podcast. Thank you for everyone for coming. It's been the best one we've had yet, the highest one. Thank you very much, Stat, for the PR. It's been beautiful. Hopefully we do more of these as well with players and stuff like that. We've got some big names coming on the next couple of weeks. We hope, fingers crossed, some big names, some big movements in the podcast. Hopefully some more improvements coming as well. I'm going to look to make a few little transitions in and there and do some more video editing to add to the stream quality. So hopefully that can go up as well. But no, I thank you so much. This has been episode 7. I have been Ped. This has been Stat. And we will see you in the next one. Thank you very much, boys and girls.